If you stay there, you'll always be there. You're here now, Will. Make a change. Take advantage of every opportunity to come your way. In Los Angeles, I learned that where I came from, bad is good and good is bad.
What does that mean?
In our mentalities, when people are nice to us, we feel in danger. When people are mean to us, we're in our habitat. We're fighters.
I believe everybody should live their life. So everything that someone says in life, take it with a grain of salt. Take what they give and don't be like, oh, David Goggins said this or whoever said this. No, do not take what I say and do exactly what I say. So for me, what makes me who I am, because my mission is very different than yours or anybody else's. I have to go into a situation where, okay, I'm a guy who wants to make people better. For people to get better, I have to continuously get better myself. For me to do that, I can't just say, oh, I have this resume, the resume is there forever, I'm good. I have to cap my success, because for me to help people out, I can't just say I did it once and I'm good. I have to continue to reinvent the wheel of the mind and figure out more and more ways for you to pull. Because if I have a cookie cutter message, it may hit 5 people out of 25. You just failed. My message needs to be in a way where I can hit all 25 people. It needs to be broad enough to where all 25 people may not like the message, but they're getting something from it. And that is evolution. You must continue to evolve. And you don't evolve, for me, in my job, unless I cap myself somewhere and say, okay, you made this much money, get back to fucking work. It's time to get back to work. Stop hearing yourself talk. Get off the podcast. Don't be on social media too much. Cut out all the fucking noise. Get back to the fucking mental lab, because that's where the knowledge came from. So for me, I must cap myself so I can come back with better, more unique knowledge versus the...
Eric, what is one thing that highly successful people do every day that helps them achieve greatness?
Execute. Execute on the things that they say they wanted to get done. Not what you want me to get done, my mother wants me to get done, my coach wants me to, but the things that I really feel like, if I do these things, I'm going to be successful. Execute on the things that you said you were going to execute on.
I tell all the people that I love, you gotta want the best out of your life for you, because we only have a moment on this earth. And it's going to be people that look you in the face and tell you that they believe in you. They're gonna tell you from their lips they believe in you. But when you look them in their eyes, you're gonna know that they're not telling the truth. That's the hardest thing for a man to take, because belief, as my great buddy Evan Carmichael say all the time, belief is what excels and pushes people through the stratosphere. And I can always tell people, I'm no bigger than you. I started in a shelter, walking outside asking people, do you believe I can be one of the top motivational speakers in the world? And they laugh at me. Thought I was crazy. What I tell people is, the way you get to the next level of your life is keep going. Keep going, keep running. Even when you don't even know, even if it turns into chaos.
You have the right. You're lucky that you don't have to think like warriors think. You're very privileged. I chose this world to be a warrior. And I would choose it again if I came back to this world. But the mentality of a warrior is very different than normal mentality. You must be that person on that door, get ready to open it, thinking to yourself, if I die, so be it.
And I want to start with the concept that you have that the best gifts come from the bottom. What does that mean?
When I was younger, I had a learning disability, and I was always behind. I was always at the bottom, but sometimes sports and other things to keep my confidence high. And I used to hate being in the neighborhood I was in. I used to hate not being able to get the designer shoes or nice things that most of the, some of my peers had. And as I grew and as I started to excel in football, I started to meet amazing coaches like Terry Boughton and John Featherstone and so many more. I started to realize that I wasn't hurting. That's where I was being made. And that's when I made a decision and made the quote that the best gifts come from the bottom.
These are great people who could blow up, like who could be successful, whatever they touch. But something happened that day. You woke up, got into it with your spouse or your kids called with something that was going on, or you were sick. Like, there are a group of people that feel like it's okay not to execute because I'm not feeling okay, because today is not a good day, because all the stars didn't line up. And at the end of the day, none of that matters. Like, to have a good day is great, but just because you have a good day, you still got to execute. And so I think for most people, they go wrong because they think it's a feeling when execution is a fact.
It's up to you to save your life. And I learned this at a very young age. I realized that my family was crumbling. My family tree was rotten. So I had to do everything in my power to replant another one. So even as a kid, I never was a kid, huh? And when I got on the football field and the coach told me, Will, if you dedicate your life to this, you will save your mother's life. I realized, Tom, that it's like an eagle. When they first jump out the nest, fly or die. And I had to fly, Tom. That woman, that 5'7" woman, pushed me, a kid that couldn't read till he was 16, to go to college. She pushed me to be special. She told me, Will, you might can't read. You might not understand everything now, but you're not dumb. He said, God gave you a special gift, but you won't understand until you become a man.
Look at yourself, man. Look at yourself. And it was that day, and a couple of days after that, I just got real with myself. And every day I came home, I called the accountability mirror. What am I going to do today to change what I see in this mirror? What am I going to do today? And a lot of it was, I stopped sitting with the cool guys. I actually tucked my shirt in, went to school looking like, hey man, this is how I'm going to look. If you don't like it, so be it. I had to really wear this layer of skin. I had to develop a really callous skin on me to take whatever you're gonna call me, you're gonna call me. Whatever I'm gonna be, I want a geek, but whoever I am, you're gonna see me. You're gonna see me for who I am, because I need to change who I'm not. And that accountability mirror just became raw. And when I became fat over the years, because I fell back in the hole, I called myself fat, because I was fat. And people don't want to do that. They want to say, oh, don't call yourself fat. Don't call yourself dumb. If you're not real and raw with who the fuck you are, nothing's going to change. And in this nice new world that we live in, we want to hear, you're just a little big. No, man, you might be fat. And it's okay to hear that from yourself and from everybody else. So that's where it started at. And it's raw. It gets ugly sometimes with me in that mirror. But I'm also proud of myself to be able to tell myself that and then fix what's in that mirror.
You cannot be great if you cannot operate in chaos. That's my life. Because if you can operate in chaos, the world becomes Disneyland. Problems become scratches. I can lose my car. Somebody can blow it up. I'm gonna go have some sushi with my wife and think about the solution, not the problem. Many people focus on the problem and not solutions. We spend a split second, 15, 20 minutes tearing our body down, tearing our mind down over something that we can't control. Everybody talks about their faith, but do they really got faith? Do you got that halfway faith or do you got that whole way faith? I'm talking about when you sleeping in your car, don't know where you're gonna live. Are you still gonna get up and work that day? Real motivation comes from the pain. It comes from the bottom. And if you go into the bottom and you stay, you never become Hollywood. You always stay in golf in the neighborhood, Tom. You'll always be loved.